It's a different situation. Each series presents its challenges, as this one does, and it's on us to figure those challenges out and then do what we need to do to, exceed those.
Sixth row in the middle, Draymond.
Robert Littal, BSO. Just your personal opinion on Draymond after a game, especially an NBA Finals game. Do you think the media should just stick to what happened on the basketball court, leave the other stuff for social media? And if those questions do come up, like the question with Drake, how would you prefer those questions to be framed?
People can ask what they want. I think at the end of the day, it's on us whether we want to answer it or not. It really don't bother me. As Drake talking on the sideline, I think so many people make a big deal out of it. It is what it is. He a fan, he talk, and it gets more attention because he's Drake. So many people have complained about it. You don't let any other fan do that. Yeah, any other fan just not Drake. So they probably shouldn't be able to do that. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. He's worked his ass off to be who he is, and when you do that, I think we all know when you do that, you get more leash than others. So I think there's so much talk and the NBA need to, no, they don't. He worked to be who he is. You should get more leash, but I don't mind it. It's fun for me. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't really care what people ask.
Left side, second row, Mindy.
Hi, Draymond. Mindy Bach, ABC 7 Sports. Before Game 1, Andre said that the Raptors obviously have a lot of deer out there. We saw that transition in Siakam's speed as well. Team-wise, how does their speed compare to other playoff series that the Warriors have been in?
They definitely have a lot of speed.
Then we're going to go to one way to go to number 3, the gentleman right behind.
I think we've definitely, come across some teams with a lot of speed, but we have to, we've seen it now. And so we know, you can hear about it all you want. Our coaching staff has preached about it. Since we found out we were playing them transition defense, it's different once you see it and you feel it. And so, now that we got a feel for it, we know how to adjust. We know how important that it is. And it's on us to then make the effort. All transition defense is effort and communication. So it's on us to make sure we make that effort in getting back and getting our defense set and communicating, who has ball, who's picking up the shooters. They're very fast. A little faster than it even looks on tape, that's for sure.
Right-hand side, third row, Phil.
Hey, Draymond, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. What did you think about DeMarcus's minutes last night? And do you think that the expectations outside might have been a little too high about just how he could move and how long he could give good minutes just coming back from an injury like that?
I'm not sure what the expectations were, but I thought his minutes was good. I thought he made great passes. He got to the free throw line. And I thought he was solid on the defensive end. It's his first time essentially playing in, month and a half, something like that. So, I don't know how much you really can expect, especially, that game was fast. And, some people may try to say, oh, DeMarcus struggled with the speed. Well, if DeMarcus struggled with the speed, so did I. And so did Steph and every other one of us. So, I don't think there was no difference in him than any of the rest of us. We struggled with their speed last night, and it's something that we all have to be more aware of. But overall, I thought he gave us really good minutes.
Right-hand side, towards the back, on the aisle.
Over here, Draymond. Dan Devine, The Ringer. You spoke a little bit about the speed and sort of getting used to the flow of the series. I'm wondering, when you meet an opponent that you haven't played a whole lot, does it wind up being more about adjusting to what they're doing or making adjustments just to the way you're approaching them?
I think it's a little bit of both, because I think some of the challenges they presented for us last night was on them. You got to get our defense some credit, and some of it we can do a lot better in executing. Some shots we make, we missed. Some plays we make, we didn't make them last night. So you got to give them some credit, but I think there's also some adjustments that we can make amongst ourselves and what we're doing in our execution to be better.
Front row on the right side, Michael.
Michael Pena, SB Nation. Draymond, your three-point rate has been dramatically down in this postseason compared to previous playoff runs. I was wondering if you could just explain why that is and the impact that it's had on you and on the team's offense.
It's been down because I've just been getting to the hole. So, if I can get to the hole, I'm gonna get to that's a better shot for me. And saying that, I don't think much of it. If I got a three-point shot and I got a lane, I'm gonna take that lane and get to the basket. So that's pretty much what it's been for me. I think I've been pretty successful at getting to the hoop.
Left side, second row, Mark.
Draymond, Mark, Medina Bay Area News Group. The point you made last night about how things start with you defensively, where do you go from there with that?
I got to be more aggressive on the defense side of the ball. I think the aggressiveness starts with me, and then everybody else will follow that. If I'm on my heels, everyone else is on their heels, and I think that was kind of the story of last night. I started the game not as aggressive as I could be on that side of the ball, and it showed in our team defense.
To follow up on that, over the years, you and a lot of other guys on the team have been very self-accountable. And I was wondering, from your perspective, why do you think that is important to have on this team?
Well, I think, we're champions. We understand what it takes. We know what each of us are capable of, and we hold ourselves to a higher standard than most people. I think people hold us to a higher standard, but we hold ourselves to an even higher standard. So when we feel we're falling short of that, we're not afraid to say it, and I think that's important in a championship culture. To be able to self-regulate. You don't always need a coach to tell you something. You don't always need a teammate to tell you something. You got to know that within yourself, and you present that, and you do something about it.
Right side in the back, Kareth, final question.
Hi, Kareth Burke, NBC Sports Bay Area. Just to follow up on DeMarcus, can you summarize what kind of a career moment this is that he has reached an NBA Finals? Some guys don't get to taste that in their career, especially when he overcame 2 long-term injuries with the Achilles and the quad. I
think, it's a great moment. It's his first playoffs, and he's playing the NBA Finals. It's a special moment, but, and especially with everything that he's battled back from. Like you said, the Achilles a little over a year ago, and then suffering the quad injury, 6 weeks ago or whatever it was. It's special. A special moment for him, a special moment for us seeing him out there. It'll be even more special if we can win this series and he get a ring and we all get a ring. So, that's what it's all about. I don't really think any of us are playing just to say we made it to the finals. Losing in the finals is no fun. You lost all your summer to walk away with nothing. So we want to win.
Thank you, Draymond. Steve Kerr will be next.